Adam Patterson drives Amanda Wienckowski into a dangerous neighborhood of a well-known criminal and drug dealer. She was going to meet Justice. Justice's real name is Anton Gardner. Adam claims that he drove her to 157 Spring Street in Buffalo, New York, even though there is reason to believe that he actually drove her to 29 North Street. I'm not sure where that address came from, however, I wouldn't be surprised. This address only happens to be a 6-minute drive away anyways. Either way, he drove her to the appointment with Anton. Adam supposedly stayed outside in the car, waiting for Amanda. She even left her purse in his car, because she was only going to be in there for a few minutes. He stated to the police that he dropped her off at 6 p.m. and watched her go inside of the house at 157 Spring Street. Then he left. He got some pizza, he parked in a couple of parking lots, and he went inside a store and bought lottery tickets while he was waiting. During that time, he said he got 2 texts from Amanda that she needed more time, and she eventually called Adam and told him to pick her up at 7:30. He stated he went back to the house and waited outside. Around 7:30 p.m., he calls her phone, but it went straight to voicemail, so he just left, not knowing if she was safe. Patterson is back home by 8:30 p.m., and Amanda was never seen again. December 7th, 2008, Amanda's mom, Leslie, starts thinking, where's my daughter? I haven't heard from her. And this is when Adam calls Leslie and asks her to come over because he hasn't seen Amanda and he was worried. When she arrived with her boyfriend and daughter, Adam informed them that Amanda was missing and that he had her purse. This obviously was suspicious. That's when they decided to call 911, and they ended up making a police report with Buffalo PD. They informed police that she was last seen going into 157 Spring Street. So the police went to the house and inquired about Amanda. The man inside, Anton Gardner, said that he didn't know her and she wasn't there. Leslie insisted they do more. And a few minutes later, police officers went back to the house. They ended up asking if they could search inside, and Gardner allowed them in. And they unfortunately didn't find Amanda. As they were investigating, they encountered Michaela Frida outside, Anton's neighbor, at 159 Spring Street. When asked if she had seen or heard anything unusual, she only said that her garbage can had come up missing. January 5th, 2009, as police became more concerned about Amanda, they issued a bolo for Amanda and a blue garbage tote with a black lid, a silver handle, and the words 159 Spring Street written in black ink. This was the description of the garbage can that Michaela gave them, and I think it's a little weird and would like to ask if that's really what was said or if that's what the police said. January 9th, 2009, Buffalo Police Department officer Thomas Duffy Jr. was searching for the suspected homicide victim, Amanda Wienckowski, when at 7:55 a.m. he finds a blue garbage tote exactly as described in the bolo in an alcove of a new convent United Church of Christ, which sits at the corner of Clinton and Spring Street, right across the street from Anton Gardner's house. He lifted the cover with a gloved hand and saw the naked body of a white female. He notified his supervisor. Upon seeing the body, his supervisor notified the duty inspector. From there, all of BPD's homicide, crime scene, and medical examiners began to arrive at the scene. She was frozen solid, naked, beaten, and stuffed upside down in a missing garbage can. Amanda's body was transported to the Erie County Medical Examiner's office, still inside the garbage tote. There, Dr. Diane R. Verhees and a team of investigators removed Amanda's body from the tote and looked for evidence. Because they found Amanda's body was frozen solid, they would just thaw her overnight, and this unfortunately is not the proper procedure. They performed an autopsy on Amanda on January 10th, 2009. Dr. Verdi's report came out, and the cause of death she determined was an accidental drug overdose. This is despite large finger-shaped bruises on her neck, her body being hidden for 5 weeks and dumped in a garbage tote, and her lack of the main metabolite of heroin in her body. Amanda's body has been exhumed by her mother, who hired a private medical examiner, which determined the cause of death to be a homicide by strangulation. Erie County did everything in their power to prevent the second autopsy, including hiding body parts. In the end, District Attorney Frank Sedita declined to reopen the case, and there it sits. Anton Gardner is currently serving 18 years for raping and strangling another woman. His criminal history is as follows. In 2013, Gardner pleaded guilty to and was sentenced for multiple felony charges across 3 separate cases, including home invasion, orchestrating a home invasion in Clarence, New York, where money and jewelry were stolen from a homeowner at gunpoint. In July 2011, assault and strangulation, an attack on a woman in Buffalo in June of 2011, where he choked and assaulted her. Rape. Multiple counts of rape and criminal sexual acts involving a 16-year-old girl between December 2008 and January 2009. Gang association. He was associate of the Schwul Boys gang and pleaded guilty to a drug charge in connection with gang activities in 2015. The Buffalo police are currently unable to investigate Amanda Wienckowski's case further or make any arrests because the official medical examiner's report lists her death as an accidental opiate overdose. Until this report is overturned and her death is correctly designated as a homicide, the police cannot proceed with the investigation. But Amanda's mother has been diligently fighting for justice through the media and courts since 2009. So what is the next step to move forward with the Amanda Wienckowski case? The initial step needed to move forward with Amanda Wienckowski's case is to place public pressure to overturn the initial medical examiner's report and correctly designate Amanda's death as a homicide. Amanda's mom has teamed up with Gavin Fish to bring more attention to her daughter's tragic story. Gavin Fish is amazing at providing and reviewing different cases. He's able to lay it all out and explain what it all means. I think that this case is super scary, not just for Amanda's mother and the people who cared about her and been fighting for her for 16 years, but the Buffalo, New York community. Remember to share. It's important that we bring awareness to this case. This is actually one of my favorite shirts. I bought it like 3 years ago. I wear it all the time and I love it.